Alright, Schlockmeister fans, a re-review from my previous channel. This one is called Dream No Evil. Let's check it out.
We are all haunted by things other than the dead. As Grace MacDonald was haunted by a dream, an innocent dream, which became a bridge to horror.
She's an orphan. She has daddy issues. She wants to know where her daddy is. This is how you apparently adopt a child. Line up.
What is this sweet child's name? Grace MacDonald.
From year to year and town to town, Grace stayed on with her adopted church to continue searching for her father. She became engaged to young Patrick Bundy, who gave up the ministry to study medicine. Now, only his older brother, Jesse, remained, turning a once respected church into a carnival.
So Jesse is played by Michael Pataki. He's the preacher. And she's like some diving act onto that foam there. She's engaged to Jesse's brother, Patrick, who works in a hospital as a doctor. And this is the act she does, which somehow goes along with the preacher, or the preaching. Now this is Patrick. He lives with this other girl named Shirley, who's like a medical student. He's trying to help her. I think she's high or something. Anyway, Grace and Patrick get together. They haven't gone all the way yet, though, because she's kind of religious. Or a prude. That's part of the act.
Why must you dive from so high?
I'm confident in myself now.
Well, Jesse's one of those healing preachers, too, and I guess he convinces Grace that she has the power also. She continues to look for her father and finds a boarding house with Mark Lawrence inside. He's an undertaker. She's thinking somebody might know her father. He actually has some news, though, about her father.
Tell me about my father.
Sorry, father's dead. When he died yesterday, I got him in my place. Officially, I'm an undertaker.
So she goes to the undertaker's office and cries over her father. What are the odds? She composes herself, leaves the room, and then what the hell?
Please come see him.
Hey, now. Oh, rest.
He's alive.
Well, he's not alive, but then he turns his back, and all of a sudden Daddy gets up. And then he shreds Mark Lawrence's back and kills him. And he takes Daddy home.
Oh, picture just have to get used to me speaking my mind.
That's the actor Edmund O'Brien.
Thanks, Jesse. Not at all, sir. After all, it was you and your father and your brothers that took Grace in.
It's dancing time. Well, even though she's engaged to Jesse's brother, Jesse's making the moves and she's taking them. Well, Daddy comes in and he's not happy. And that's the end of the preacher.
I killed him.
I killed him, Dad. Because I'm thinking that you're not even here at all.
Oh.
That might be true.
Were.
They argue with each other, but soon make up.
when I bring Patrick home.
So is Daddy part of her imagination?
Surely I'll be nice too.
Grace takes the body out and throws it in the dump. Well, remember Patrick and Shirley? Look what happened.
To me. It made me grow up.
He decides he's going to leave Grace for Shirley.
I can't just now. Some other
She
time.
crashes the hospital to say hi to her husband or her fiance, but it's
Yes.
in the middle of an emergency and he can't talk.
Let's go. Come on.
Doesn't take long for the police to find the body in the
Any
dump.
ideas?
Well, the cop goes out to visit the farm where everybody's staying.
Grace McDowell, Reverend Jesse Bundy. Anyone here?
Stopping us.
Well, Grace is worried that
He's broken your heart, hasn't he? Hasn't he?
No, Daddy, please.
Patrick's
I'll
going to
hear
leave
no
her.
more about it. You want me to take care of you, don't you?
Well, Patrick drives up with Shirley in tow, and he's going to break up with Grace. Patrick finds the sheriff's body.
Grace. What's happened here? What is it? Grace! Oh, Grace!
He never even got the chance to tell her he's breaking up. He's able to subdue her, and he has Shirley bring out the sodium pentothal to knock her out. And this is our film.
I'm deeply sorry about your brother, Jesse. And Sheriff Bender. And the undertaker from Phelan. Father would just have to pay for those horrible things he's done.
All right, let's talk about Dream No Evil. Boy, this is a movie that I rented from a place called City News and Video. It was a video store in Manitowoc, Wisconsin. A great video store, by the way. Probably got this in 1986, 85, 86 probably. And I think this is one of those movies that I taped in the middle of the night. I used to set my alarm clock to get up every 90 minutes and switch tapes. I'd rent, 6, 7, 8, 9 movies a night. And I just tape in the middle of the night with the intention of watching them later. Although quite often I never did. But I did watch this one at some point. I have this vague memory of being in the middle of the night and seeing that dancing scene or something. I don't know. But anyway, it's a strange movie. We have a girl who was put in an orphanage at a very young age. She was adopted, and then she has this longing to find her birth father. No one ever hear about her mother. Maybe her mother's dead. I don't know. But she wants to find her father, and she has no idea where he is. But she was adopted and raised by somebody. And now she's working with this preacher, this outdoor preacher, and she jumps off of this high tower in 30 feet not into water, into this pile of, styrofoam or something, pile of foam. But anyway, she keeps searching for her father, and then she runs into a guy, Mark Lawrence, who's an undertaker, and says, "Yeah, I know your father. He died last night, or he died earlier this week. He's in my morgue." So she goes down to take a look at him, and suddenly her father comes to life and kills Mark Lawrence. What the hell? Her father was laying on the morgue. Well, we find out ultimately that her father is completely in her mind. She ends up killing a few people. She goes back and she ends up killing the preacher guy. And she kills him, and she kills the sheriff when the sheriff comes to investigate. Now, this girl is actually engaged to this guy named Patrick. Although Patrick isn't staying with her, he's back in the city doing doctor things because he works in the hospital. While he's like teacher, too. But while he's away, he ends up cheating on his fiancée with this girl named Shirley, who he lives with, apparently. So at one point he says, I'm going to be with you instead. So they decide to go out and meet Grace. That's her name. They go out and meet Grace at the farm where she's living, or wherever. They're going to break the news to her that, hey, we're breaking up. When they get there, though, they find a couple of bodies laying around. Then Grace comes after them with an axe. They're able to subdue her, though, and inject her with something to knock her out. And then the police take her away, and then as she's walking away, she's like, I'm sorry. Father will have to pay for all that he's done. So throughout this film, that's how our movie ends. But throughout this film, she keeps talking to her father, seeing him. In fact, her father's played by a guy named Edmund O'Brien is his name? I think he's an Academy Award-winning actor. Yeah, Edmund O'Brien, The Wild Bunch. And but he's actually like in her mind the whole time. He's not killing anybody. He's just not there. It's always Grace is doing the killing. So anyway, that's it about Dream No Evil. Just a very odd film. Arrow has given this quite a treatment, by the way. There's all kinds of goodies and extras on here. They did a hell of a job, and it looks a lot better now. This movie, actually, I do have this on DVD. It was released on this Psychotronica set. There was four DVDs with 2 movies on each one, and this one was on one of them. But they've cleaned up the picture. It looks a lot better here. It's still not the greatest quality in the world, but you work with what you got. But Arrow did a fantastic job here, and again, tons and tons of extras on here. More than a movie like this deserves, put it that way. This is just a forgotten film that got a little love here from Arrow. So, and I'm thankful because this is a movie that's part of my past. I had it on a beta tape years and years ago in the 80s. So thank you, Arrow. So check it out. I'll leave a link down below. You can only get this, I believe, because it says not to be resold or not to be sold separately, on a package called the American Horror Project Volume 2. Which also features the film Dark August and The Child, which I'll be reviewing in the next couple days also. So I also have American Horror Project 1, which I reviewed a few weeks back. So anyway, that's it. I'll leave a link down below if you can find it on Amazon, which I'm not sure you can. Otherwise, you can get this on eBay, although it's getting pricier, 50, 60, 70 bucks. So check it out. Leave some comments. Let me know what you think about it. Dream No Evil. Watch it. Bye.